so easy to manipulate. Take a seat, I'll demonstrate. Now you learn to listen, think and respond. It only took a few words and some waves from this one.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you my very last day of uploads for 3 weeks. And this is going to be some Call of Duty 4 gameplay, and straight off the spawn I get 2 lovely cooked grenades on the majesty that is Wetwork, a level that I've posted frequently in the past, and the reason for this is I used to hate this map with a passion. I used to hate this map more than people hate, like, fucking the devil. More than, you know, the Bible Belt hates everything to do with anyone who doubts their religion. That's how much I used to hate it. But these days, I don't know what it is. I can pull a very good game every single time I play it, and I think it's because it plays almost identically every time you do go on it, and the only real times it mixes itself up is if you're up against a good player. And when Call of Duty 4, I mean, you very rarely come up against good players, and if you do, you'll probably end up getting that person on your friends list, because it's so rare these days to even have a challenge on this game unless you're going up against a stacked party, a bunch of mods, or you know, just that one random guy that's the equivalent of yourself, who's pretty quick on the gun, pretty quick on his movements, and doesn't fuck about. But straight off the bat, you'll notice I'm using the same strategy that I usually employ on this level. I'm going to be counter-sniping with my M16 because I love it, and I'm also going to be swapping out my Desert Eagle as soon as I can for anything better, and this time it's a silenced MP5. And a lot of people will notice that I run around with the MP5 with the red dot on it, and if I'm completely honest, I used to do that when I first played Call of Duty, but I then switched over to a different setup, and it was only when I used to watch a fantastic player by the name of Socrates run around with the red dot sight on it, you know, getting like fucking quad kills and triple feeds and all that kind of good stuff, that it made me, it makes it look cool. You watch somebody on a YouTube video use a gun and you think, I want to use that, that looks cool. And I do think that the MP5 with the red dot on it is a lot more harder to use, purely because the recoil is a lot more evident, but it just feels badass when you pick up some clean kills. The setup I actually moved to was the one I'm using right now, was running around with the silencer on it, and I pretty much used nothing but the MP5 silenced for a long time back when I just used to play for the sake of playing. And straight away I get another cheeky double kill with a grenade. And as always, it's something that's ostracized in Call of Duty 4. People hate it, but it's one of those things where I've never really had that much of a problem with it, and I think it kind of balances out because I'm such a fucking fiend at getting other people. So it's just fun for me. But right now, I know that they're sniping at the back of the like captain's mast or whatever you'd call it, and I'm not too confident with my Desert Eagle skills, even though I dropped that guy pretty quickly there, told Gordon Freeman, Mr. Half-Life 2 himself, and he's a low level, crouching at the side of that area, never going to be the best strategy, but it does give me my airstrike, so I drop that in, and as usual, I will run away from my airstrikes, because if I don't kill myself, it isn't one of my airstrikes. I am so unlucky with that kind of shit, but luckily enough, another low-level player seems to be propping up on the side there, so I pick him off with a quick, clean burst, and I swap out for the exact same MP5 I was packing before. So whoever that guy is that keeps dying and giving me this great gun, thank you very much. But before I can do anything with it, I get picked off a little bit from behind, and I'm running back into the spawn to try and find out who it was. And I don't know how I lost that gunfight. He had an M16 at that range. It must have been one of those lucky bursts that kills you instantly. I was hip-firing. I don't trust the hip-fire. I've never been the guy that, you know, protests that hip-fire is the way to go on these games, because it always fails me. And I never played World at War, and apparently World at War is where the hip-fire really shines. But right there is a pretty rare occasion. It's me getting killed by a random grenade. It never usually happens that often. But I don't get mad, because I do that when I spawn. And that guy's just had the same thing happen to him that happened to me, so I don't know what it is. It's like, if it was Second Chance or Last Stand, it'd fuck me off to no end. If it was somebody using, you know, the UAV jammer or Ghost, it'd piss me off too. But because it isn't, I just, you know, I just roll with it. I feel fine. But I see 2 red dots on my UAV there. I put a fresh clip in. I'm waiting for him to come. They don't want to come. He's too busy camping, so I go and clean him up. Right there, I'm in a bit of trouble because he's dropping martyrdom grenades, and I can see on the UAV there is a ton of guys on the other side of the boat. This guy tries to rush me. It doesn't work so well for him, but I do get an airstrike, and I get cock blocked by someone on my team calling in an airstrike. And that is the biggest problem with this gameplay. This game could have been easily 50 kills, but that guy cock blocks me with my airstrike, so I don't get to call it in and run around. And he also brings a chopper in, which cock blocks my chopper. And unfortunately, I don't get to use it, so this could have been something quite poetic and beautiful, but instead, it's just something quite tasty. So there I end up getting an airstrike kill and a kill off that dude who's probably away from his controller. But you'll notice we've somehow flipped the spawn because my team was being so aggressive. I get a lovely double kill there because that guy wasn't quite as fast on the trigger as I was. I pick up a 10 kill streak with a burst clean from the M16, and then I get taken from behind because, as I mentioned, the spawn did flip. It's not something I would advise you try and pull on a team deathmatch on Wetwork, because at the end of the day, this is like fucking Braveheart minus the face paint and Mel Gibson's, you know, flowing locks. This is you on one side, them on the other. You want to keep it that way and just pick them off as best you can. But their UAV goes up, their chopper's still around, and this is all potential times for getting kills, and there's only 4 kills left, so I'm not going to do anything with my chopper, which is probably making me feel a little bit like a sad panda when I was playing. But you can't complain, it's been a clean game, I've enjoyed it, and I'm just waiting now for anybody to be pushing forward. I see the airstrike, I kill him, I run away to get away from it, but I end up running into it. It's kind of one of those weird things where I somehow survive, and I can see all the red dots, and there's one more guy now. I think there's 3 of them. One there, one there, and one there, and the game ends before I can get a lovely triple kill. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you after my holiday. You take care now.